Hi, I'm Anna. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I put new sleeves on this t-shirt. And instead of just attaching to the bottom of the sleeve, I actually replaced the entire sleeve. It's really easy. Come along, I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so here's my shirt, my Pink Floyd shirt. I really like this. It's an oversized t-shirt and it's not much color to it. As you can see, it's kind of a charcoal gray with a really light, I don't know if it's a gray or a off cream color, but there's this little bit of color through the band here, some pinks, blue and purple, and so I wanted to pick those colors up. And I have this little summery dress. It's really cute. It's got a lot of purples in it up here, but down to the bottom, the whole bottom of the dress is this part here where there's nice pinks and sort of a bluish purple color there. I think that'll look kind of neat with it. So I'm going to try to use the bottom of this dress. And for the length I need, I think we're going to be coming just about past this sort of gray graphics in here that'll help tie it into the shirt, I think. I'm hoping that's going to look really good. So the first thing we're going to do is cut the sleeve off, and we want to cut it on this side of the seam so the seam stays with the shirt. So just basically right along the inside here. I'm going to make a small snip in the bottom so I can just slide my scissors in. I don't want to cut both layers at the same time. We'll follow it around the inside and then do the other side. There, and now we'll do the same thing to the other side. Next thing you're going to want to do is lay the shirt nice and flat and smooth out the shoulder so that the edges are lined up with one another as best as possible. Sometimes the front and back aren't exactly the same, but we're just trying to get the basic measurement. So I'm going to just measure from the top around the shoulder seam and to the outside edge here. So for mine, I got 10 3/4 inches, double that because you've got two sides to the armhole, which would be 21.5 inches. I'm going to add 1/2 inch for a seam allowance. So all up, I need 22 inches. So the next measurement you need is how long you want your sleeve. What I did was try the shirt on and you find the seam. Now in this one, I haven't got one actually, but say your shoulder seam where we're going to cut was here. You'd want to measure from here down to how long you want your sleeves. On the shirt that I'm using, it's actually quite a drop shoulder, so I was measuring from about here. And I got a figure of 12 inches. You can have it as short or as long as you want, so get your measurement for that. I've lined up the bottom edges so that all 4 edges are as even as can be and pinned them just to help them stay together. So mine again was 12 inches and that includes the seam allowance, adding 1/2 inch there for seam allowance. So I'm just going to put 12 inches right at the bottom there and make a mark. And I'll go across the bottom and do that and connect them. Now I'm just going to cut on that line. So when I measured my sleeve, remember from here all the way to the bottom, I got 10 3/4 inches. Of course, that's only half the sleeve. It's doubled, but so is our fabric, remember. This has actually got 4 pieces, so we're cutting both sleeves at once, 2 sides. Here's our fold. So our 10 3/4 inches, if we're going to add a seam allowance, becomes 11 inches. So that's how long I need from here. So I'm going to make my mark at 11. So that's what I need to fit the sleeve hole. And I've already got my length here. The next thing is how wide do I want the bell to be? And you can see it already flares out a bit this way. I'm going to want it to this way as well. This is just a quick, easy way. I've just laid this down here and I'm going over to, let's say, about 17. If I just take and move that roughly straight up, I can see that that is out about 3 inches wider than this here, than the left edge. So I'm going to go about 3 inches from my mark there as well. Okay, so that takes me to about 16 1/8. I'm going to come straight back down and mark that off here. It's a little hard to see on that light pink. So basically, I want this to go from this line to that mark I made there. And that'll get me the nice flare at the bottom of the sleeves. Now, if you're having trouble getting a chalk marker on your fabric, like I am, you can use a regular pen. It isn't going to matter because that's going to get in the seam allowance. It won't show. But sometimes pen doesn't write on the fabric any better than the chalk does. Not much better, but I can see the line just barely. So I'm going to cut straight up along that angled line. Good enough to make a second set of sleeves here. That's really good. Well, I've just discovered a problem. As beautiful as that sleeve looks, the part that was on the other side is not the same. The colors, the overall dye is, but it doesn't have all the same design elements. Notice it doesn't have that dark pattern up here. It doesn't have these pink lines coming down. It's a much plainer, it was much plainer on the back, and I didn't realize that before I cut it. So, what do we do now? Well, those 2 other sections that I thought would make good sleeves for something else, I thought I'll get those out and have a look. We've got a seam going down the middle, and on one side we have that extra graphics, and on the other side we do not. Same for this one, it's just reversed. This side has those extra graphics and this side does not. And of course it's got the seam down the middle as well. However, can we save these? Well, okay, so I've just pinned the bottom together again to keep both sides even so that hem stays at the same spot. And I ended up with the back side being just a little bit longer. So I've trimmed it even at the top. So now I just want to see what's my measurement here. It's just shy of 11. It's about 10 3/4. But actually, it's kind of crinkling up on me. So if I just not stretch, we don't want to stretch it, but just sort of lay it out flat. I think it's just at 11. I think that's going to work. So let me do the same to the other sleeve and then we'll go from there. Okay, so that worked out and they're pretty even. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to turn each one inside out and pin it on the long edge here because we're going to sew that first. Now I'm going to take these in and I'm just going to serge the edge of that. If you don't have a serger, you can just run a straight stitch with a 1/4 inch seam and then zigzag across the edges just to lock those in place, just to overlock the edge so it doesn't ravel. All right, so since this is a bit of a delicate fabric, I did go to my regular sewing machine and run a straight stitch just inside that serging line. That also let me capture the serger tail in there. That would be on the bottom where the hemmed edge is. The other end doesn't really matter because that's going to get caught in the next stitching anyway. But now I want to serge around the open edge of the sleeve here, just so it's finished and doesn't fray. I'll take this off, make it a little easier to get that around. And I'm going to start at the underarm side. All right, so I've got my t-shirt inside out, but my sleeve right side out. And if you look, you can see that that's the front. The tags are here as well, so this tells you this is the back. So we want this right side out, so when we put it in here, they are right sides together, but also because of my sleeve having just a pattern on the one side and not the other, I want to make sure that side faces the front. So I'm going to turn that over, and we're putting the hem side in first. And we're going to match the underarm seam of this one to the underarm seam of the t-shirt. So we'll pin that. Now you're going to want to pull this so you can find the exact middle on the other side. I happen to have a seam there, so I can find it easily anyway. And that's going to match with your shoulder seam up top. And we'll pin there. And I'm going to give that one a pin on either side just to help ensure that stays right where I want it. Now, hopefully, look at that. If we've measured correctly, it should line up well. I'm just going to pin it in a few more places. Now I'm just going to do the same on the other side. Again, that's the front, this is the back. So I'm going to go in hem first, but with the design side down. If yours is the same on both, doesn't matter. Again, I'm going to start with that underarm seam. Line those two up. Find the other end and pin that to your shoulder seam. If you have seams going in opposite directions, it helps if they're not, like if you can get one to lay one way and one the other way, it helps not be so bulky, but and again, I'm going to put one on either side of that seam just to make sure that stays right where I want it. Looks like a good fit. Just go and pin it the rest of the way. Okay, we've got both of them pinned. Let's go sew. So I've raised my machine up because I'm going to need to slide the sleeve over this part. And if you've got a piece you can take off, that might make it a little easier. Now, if you've got a 1/4 inch foot on yours, that's a good thing to go by. You certainly can also use the edge of the presser foot, which often is about maybe a 3/8 inch, at least on mine it is. I've also got a piece of tape here, so if I need a 1/4 inch, that's already marked off for me. That's what I'm going to try to aim for. I'd rather it be a little bit smaller if possible. And just go slow and don't rush it. You just want to keep, it's easy enough to go in a straight line and follow whatever mark you're using, but you want to make sure nothing gets bunched up in here. You don't want to accidentally be sewing part of the sleeve into your seam or something like that. So just make sure everything's out of the way and that this is nice and flat and smooth as it goes in. I'm going to use just a straight stitch, and we'll go forward and then back stitch a couple times, and then we'll start going. Pull your pins out before you get to them, just so you don't break a needle. Now we're right back to where we started, at that underarm seam. I'm just going to do a little back stitch at the end. Now we'll just repeat that on the other sleeve. All right, I tried it on. I love it. The only thing I need to do yet is shorten it. It's just way too long on me. I don't, however, want to cut into the design. Like ideally it should be probably right about here. For me, but I really don't want to cut into the design. So I'm going to go just maybe an inch below the lowest part of the design and cut it off. T-shirts don't ravel, so you don't have to hem it. You don't have to do anything to it if you need to cut yours. But I want to leave enough there that I can hem it if I like. So I'm going to go on the lowest side there, about 1 inch, and make a mark. And I've already laid this on my cutting mat. I've evened everything out, gotten the shoulder seams kind of in the same position, and pulled the bottom down to the same position. But t-shirts are a funny thing, especially secondhand. They've been worn a bit. You can never get them even, like get this seam to lay flat on this side and also this one on this side. They always tend to curl under to one side or the other. So since I'm going to be cutting across, I'm just trying my best to make the t-shirt as smooth as possible right in the area where I'm going to be cutting. The seam that's currently on the shirt right now comes to the exact bottom of the mat on both sides, so that's even. My underarm seams are at the exact same mark on each side, so that's about as close as I'm going to get it. And you can feel little wrinkles underneath there. Like I say, I'm not too worried about them up there. This is where I'm cutting. You can only get it as good as you can. There we go. Just because my cutting ruler isn't quite long enough, I'll have to slide it over as I go, and it'll help to have that line. Yes. So here it is, the finished product. What do you think? I really like it. I love how it turned out. I did not end up hemming the bottom because, like I said, t-shirts don't ravel and it might curl up a little, but we'll see. If it bothers me, I can always hem it, but I'm quite happy with it just the way it is. Now I will say, this one being an oversized shirt, it's so big that I had to cut it off, and that the shoulder seam itself sits quite lower. So on a standard t-shirt where the shoulder starts up here, you're going to see the sleeve through more of it. And I do have another one that I did that I want to show you in just a second so you can see how that looks. On that one, it was a smaller tee, didn't need to cut it, and the shoulder seam was quite a bit higher, but also I wanted a longer sleeve on it. So again, you just measure from the shoulder seam down how far you want your sleeves to fall, and that tells you how long to cut the piece that you're putting in. So just so you can see how that looks, I thought I'd show you that one as well. Sit down. Good boy. So here's the other one I mentioned. So again, smaller shirt, the shoulder starts much higher, so the sleeve would start higher as well. And I also made it longer. This was from the bottom of a dress as well. And whatever your measurement is around your sleeve, that's how big this part needs to be. But you can extend this part as wide as you want and as long as you want. It's up to you. Just follow the same procedure with different measurements. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked the video, and if so, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe.